Chosen one. The final test is here. This moment is not random, and it's not meant to break you. It's designed to reveal you. You didn't come all this way to turn back now. Everything you've survived, every tear you've cried, every silent battle you've fought has brought you here. This is not just a test of endurance. It's a divine checkpoint, a spiritual gate, a sacred threshold between where you've been and where you are destined to rise. And the truth is, only the chosen ones are strong enough to stand here. Not everyone was meant to reach this level. Many were called, but you were chosen. This moment isn't about proving anything to the world. It's about proving to yourself that everything God placed inside of you is enough. The test isn't coming to find your weakness. It's arriving to ignite your strength. So stay locked in, stay aware, and above all, stay faithful. The universe is aligning, and your next move will shift everything. Before we go deeper into this message, I want to remind you, watch this video until the very end, because there's something here that your spirit needs to hear. And comment your warmest wishes and type 777 below to energize the universe and send a signal that you're ready for your breakthrough. This is more than a video. It's a confirmation that your wish is on its way. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's talk about the test. Because make no mistake, it will not look like what you expect. The final test doesn't always come with warning signs, flashing lights, or dramatic chaos. Sometimes it's subtle, silent. It comes disguised as inconvenience, rejection, or silence. It may show up in the form of delay, doubt, or even something that looks like loss. But the truth is, this is a test of alignment, a test of obedience, a test to see if you can hold your peace when your surroundings are shaking, a test to see if you'll believe in your power, even when you feel empty. The final test is often spiritual before it becomes physical. It hits you in the unseen places, your mindset, your emotions, your trust. It stirs up every fear, every insecurity, every past failure. Not to punish you, but to expose the parts of you that can no longer come with you into the next season. This is why the pressure feels so intense. It's not because you're weak. It's because your soul is expanding. You're being stretched into your final form. The enemy knows you're close. And that's why the distractions have increased. That's why you've been feeling spiritual resistance, confusion, tiredness. Not because you're going backward, but because you're on the verge of the greatest release you've ever seen. Don't misread the pressure. Don't misinterpret the silence. Heaven is not ignoring you. It's watching to see if you trust, even when there's no evidence. This final test is about spiritual maturity. Can you keep showing up when nothing is clapping for you? Can you stay disciplined when there's no visible reward yet? Can you love through betrayal? Keep calm through chaos? Speak faith through fear? Because how you respond right now is setting the tone for what will be released into your hands. This is not a punishment. It's a promotion in disguise. But promotions are never given. They're earned. And you've already been proving your worth in secret. This is just the final check. The last stage before your name is called. The last lap before the blessing lands. And that's why you can't fail. Because everything you asked for is standing on the other side of this moment. Remember who you are. Remember what you carry. You are not common. You are not replaceable. You are a divine vessel, chosen to bring something into this world that no one else can deliver. And that's why you've been tested so thoroughly. Not because you're cursed, but because you're anointed. You've been refined like gold through fire, not to be destroyed, but to shine without apology. And here's something the world doesn't always understand. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the quieter it gets, the lonelier it may feel, the darker the room becomes before the dawn. And that's when most people quit. But not you, because you weren't created to break. You were created to bend without snapping, to walk through fire and come out glowing, to stand where others have fallen. With God's blessings, you are invited to bless this message by giving a divine gift of $20 or more through the Super Thanks button on YouTube. Together, let's spread faith, hope, and love, bringing light not just into your own life, but also to those who need it most. Your generosity becomes a seed of inspiration and healing for countless souls. This is a test of persistence, a test of integrity, a test to see if you can trust God's timing over your timeline, to see if you can obey your divine calling even when the world offers distractions. You've come too far to let fear speak louder than faith. You've seen too much not to believe that something greater is unfolding behind the scenes. Right now, life might feel like it's pressing in from every side, but pressure creates diamonds. And storms don't come to destroy trees with deep roots. They come to clear the air. You are being elevated in silence, upgraded without announcement, hidden on purpose, so that when your time comes, your rise will be undeniable. Chosen one, don't confuse testing for punishment. This is the soil where your promise is being watered. This is the terrain where your wings grow. And yes, it feels like you're standing alone. But heaven is closer than it seems. The watchers are watching. The divine is taking note of how you respond. The next time they speak your name, it will be to deliver your reward. Hold your head high, even when life tries to bow it down. Stand tall in the face of delay. Speak truth, even when lies try to surround you. Because this is your proving ground. You are not just waiting for a blessing. You are becoming the version of yourself that can carry it with grace. You are not being delayed. You're being positioned. Everything you've lost, every person who walked away, every door that closed, it all served a purpose. You don't need to chase what left you, because what's coming is tailor-made, divinely timed, and destined only for you. This is the season where heaven watches your response more than your results. Stay alert, stay clean, stay ready. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be aligned. This is a heart test, a loyalty test, a test of your spirit. And if you can walk through this part with humility and trust, you will pass it. Because passing isn't about controlling the situation. It's about not letting the situation control you. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. The test isn't forever, but the reward will be. So don't shrink. Don't fold. Don't apologize for your light. This is your final preparation. Stay focused. Stay faithful. Stay dangerous to doubt. Because you are standing on the edge of destiny. And when this final test is complete, the gates will open, the favor will flow, the blessing will land, and the world will say, "How did they make it through that?" And you'll simply say, "Because I was chosen." You are not in this test by accident. This moment has been reserved for you since the beginning. It's been written in the divine plan. And what's happening now is not about survival. It's about elevation. The test is the final barrier between the old version of you and the powerful identity that's been hidden under layers of endurance, resilience, and unseen obedience. Chosen one, you may feel like everything is pressing against you, like life is tightening and the pressure is peaking. But understand this. This is what it feels like to ascend. The resistance isn't here to stop you. It's here to sculpt you. The divine is trimming off everything that can't go with you. That fear, it's not coming. That doubt, it's being exposed. Those old thought patterns, they are being shaken loose. And yes, it may feel like you're walking blind right now, like every step is heavier than the last. But in that weight, something is being formed. You are becoming spiritually unshakable, mentally unstoppable, emotionally stable in ways you weren't before. This final test is not to see if you're perfect, it's to see if you trust the process. Trust the process even when you don't have all the answers. Trust the unfolding even when nothing is making sense. This isn't the time to let emotions lead. This is the moment where discipline becomes your shield, where your vision must overpower your current view, where you declare your outcome even if you can't see it yet. You speak wealth even when your bank is empty. You speak favor even when the doors are locked. You speak life even when everything around you tries to whisper defeat. Because here's the truth: the final test is loud, not because it's trying to scare you, but because it's afraid of what happens when you finally pass. When you step into the version of you that's unstoppable, that knows how to hold power with humility, that knows how to carry blessings without breaking, that knows how to lead with wisdom, not ego. You've outgrown certain cycles. You've matured past the old version of you that used to react out of fear. This test will try to pull you back into those reactions. The goal is to drag you into distractions. But you are not who you used to be. And you need to recognize your own growth. See how far you've come. See how much calmer you are, how much stronger you are, how you've learned to pause instead of panic, to reflect instead of retaliate. That's evidence you're already passing. This is a spiritual filter. The higher you go, the more precise your vibration must become. Everything can't go with you. Everyone can't access you. And most importantly, every mindset doesn't belong at your new level. This test is cleansing your atmosphere. It's polishing your discernment. It's helping you become more selective about your energy, your focus, and your destiny. Let them doubt you. Let the world misread your silence. While they talk, you're transforming. While they sleep, you're awakening. While they guess your next move, you're aligning with it. You've been underestimated because they only saw your human side. They didn't see what God hid inside of you. But this test will make it clear, because what's inside you is about to erupt. Your potential is ready to break the surface. And when it does, no one will be able to deny that something supernatural was guiding your steps. You don't have to defend yourself anymore. You don't have to explain why you chose the higher road. The fruit will speak for itself. The blessing will reveal what the battle was about. And the reward will silence the noise. Keep your soul clean. Keep your heart open. Keep your energy protected. Because while the test may be silent, the victory will be loud. Your faith is your weapon now. Not just belief in what you want, but trust in who you are, the chosen one, the one who carries light in dark places, the one who breaks generational cycles, the one who was born to shift atmospheres. You weren't chosen for comfort. You were chosen for purpose, for influence, for impact. The final test doesn't show up in your strength. It tries to hit your soft spots, your emotions, your hopes, your prayers, your quiet expectations. It pokes at the places that still need healing. But don't confuse exposure with failure. You're not breaking. You're being revealed. You're not falling apart. You're shedding everything that was built on survival. You are entering the season where surviving is no longer enough. Now it's time to dominate, to lead, to reign. And to do that, you must pass this test of authenticity, of identity, of alignment. If you fake it, you'll delay the breakthrough. But if you're real, raw, true, transparent, heaven will back you up. Because your power doesn't come from image, it comes from integrity. The world is watching how you move when the pressure builds, but the heavens are recording how you handle your calling. Stay in character. Stay in alignment. Even when nobody's clapping. Even when people walk away. Even when life feels unfair. Because you're not working for attention. You're walking in prophecy. And what's been spoken over your life will not return void. When it gets darkest, remind yourself, this is not the end. It's the test before the beginning. The final delay before acceleration. The final stretch before the shift. And you're not alone. You're surrounded by divine protection, by unseen help, by sacred guidance that will not let you fall. Every tear you've cried in silence is being turned into a seed, and the harvest that's about to come will be so abundant that you'll forget the weight of this season. You'll see why it had to happen this way. You'll see why the road was narrow, why the weight was heavy, why the crowd disappeared. Because elevation requires separation. So, chosen one, don't flinch now. Don't doubt what you've been called to do. Don't underestimate what's being unlocked in you through this pressure. This is a divine setup. Not to destroy, but to deliver. Not to delay, but to declare your readiness. You are rising in stealth mode. You are being equipped in silence. And when your time comes, no gate will be able to close on you. Hold on to the vision. Refuse to settle. And remember, the final test is not about what you know. It's about what you do when your faith is stretched beyond its limit. Pass this test, and you'll never go back to the life you once knew. The final test doesn't come to take from you. It comes to reveal what's already inside of you. Chosen one, there is a version of you waiting to be unlocked, and this moment is the key. This season is not about waiting for someone to open a door for you. It's about realizing that you are the door. You're not at the mercy of circumstances anymore. You are the one shifting circumstances just by standing in your truth. There's something you need to understand right now. The intensity you feel isn't random. The pressure has increased because your soul is on the edge of a new dimension. Your spirit has been promoted, and now the physical world is catching up. That's why things feel out of alignment. It's not that you're doing something wrong. It's that your old life is no longer a match for the frequency you now walk in. You're not just being tested for fun. You're being tested because what's about to be trusted into your hands is divine. It's generational. It's prophetic. And it can't be handed to someone who still second-guesses their own power. That's why this test feels personal, because it is. The divine wants to make sure that you believe in what has already been placed inside of you. Not just sometimes, not just when life is easy, but even when things don't go according to plan. You've walked through storms that were designed to take others out, and you're still here. You've been overlooked, misunderstood, disrespected, and yet you never lost your fire. That's proof. Proof that your spirit is stronger than the trials, that your light is brighter than any darkness, that you've already passed tests that no one even knows you went through. And that is why this final test is happening now. Because the reward you're about to receive isn't small. It's life-altering. It's going to shift your family's legacy. It's going to activate wealth, healing, purpose, love, joy, and elevation in ways you never imagined. But only those who endure can carry it. Only those who refuse to fold can be trusted with that level of blessing. Don't be surprised if things get more intense before they get better. The final test will press on your patience. It will pull at your emotions. It may even make you question your progress. That's how it works. The test makes you feel like nothing is working, right before everything starts flowing. But that's the illusion. It's designed to see if you'll still believe when nothing makes sense. This is where many people quit. Right here, right before the breakthrough, right when they were inches from destiny. But not you. You've been built different. Your spirit has been fortified, and your roots are deep. That's why this test showed up now, because you've proven you're ready. Listen closely. The blessing is already yours, but the final test is the bridge, and only trust can carry you across it. You can't bring fear here. You can't carry doubt. You can't lean on the opinions of people who don't understand your calling. This is the stretch where only your inner knowing will sustain you. Your clarity must be louder than your confusion. Your faith must be louder than your fear. You are in your final becoming. And what's on the other side of this is not just for you. It's for everyone you're meant to bless. That's why the fight is fierce. Because what you carry is not ordinary. Your words will wake people up. Your story will break people free. Your light will lead others out of the dark. But before you're trusted to lead others, you must first pass the test of leading yourself. Can you lead yourself through uncertainty, through silence, through a season where nobody understands you? Can you hold your energy when the world tries to drain it? Can you choose peace when chaos calls your name? Because those are the real tests, the quiet ones, the invisible ones, and they matter more than you know. The final test is not about proving your worth. You've already been chosen. It's about proving your readiness. The spiritual realm knows who you are. Now it's time for you to walk like you know it too. You don't need outside validation. You don't need applause. What you need is alignment. Alignment with your soul, with your truth, with your divine timeline.